Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare So, I'm grateful for giving this opportunity to me to speak on Srimad Bhagavatam. I will speak for me for my own purification. So, on this Sunday morning, cold morning of Bangalore, nice to see the devotees here. Well, the roads are empty in the morning, and if you drive on this road, you see so much traffic. Morning is not a good time to practice Krishna consciousness. That's what they said, in the morning time is a good time. So today we're going to discuss something very interesting of the fifth canto of fourth chapter, sloka number 4. So we in the last class we got Prabhuji very nicely summarized the first 4 cantos, where he has described the different pastimes of the Lord and what is the description given in the Bhagavatam. And now we are going to study the 5th canto, 4th chapter. So in the 5th canto, the description of Prabhupada Maharaj is there. So we have seen the first 3 chapters, like how the Prabhupada Maharaj had his son Agnidhara, and from Agnidhara the son that was Navi, Maharaj Navi, and Maharaj Navi got married to Meru Devi, the wife, and both of them prayed to Lord, and based on their prayers, the Krishna himself appeared as his son, as a Lord Rishabhadeva. And when the Krishna appeared as a son, so he appeared in the full opulence. And so the full opulence, Krishna appeared as the son of Maharaj Navi. So what is that? All the marks on the feet of Krishna, which is there, on both the feet of Krishna, there's a marks. What are those marks? Sankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, and then thunderbolt, then altar, then the flag, like that. So many marks are there. So when Krishna walks, these marks get printed on the earth. So if you see in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, when Akrura comes to take Krishna to Mathura, so he just as he enters Vrindavan, he sees all those marks, and he becomes so overwhelmed, he starts crying, seeing those marks. Now I've come to meet the Supreme Personality, the Krishna himself. So these marks were there in the feet of Lord Rishabhdeva also. The Lord Rishabhdeva was the Supreme Personality of Godhead in full he can come. And he was having all those qualities, like he was very sober. He was not attracted to material things. He was very sense controlled. So like that was Rishabhdeva was there. And then we see that further Lord Rishabhdeva is having 100 sons. And those 100 sons, the first eldest son was Maharaj Bharat. And the Maharaj Bharat was the greatest devotee of Lord. And on his name only, the name of the planet is Bharatvarsha. So it's not the name of India, it's the name of whole planet Bharatvarsha. So, and then the Lord was ruling on that planet. So the 3rd chapter was Rishabhdeva appearance in the womb of Meru Devi, the king, the wife of King Navi. So Maharaj Navi, along with his wife, prayed to Krishna and wished to have a son. So Krishna, very affectionate to his devotee, he appears in front of them, and then he asked, please ask the benediction, what do you want? So then Maharaj Navi tells that I want a son like you. So in that, hearing that, as we know, Krishna is Asam Urdhva. That's what is there in Bhagavad Gita. But Asam Urdhva, some means equal, Urdhva means higher. So Asam Urdhva, there is nobody equal or higher than Krishna. So that's what Krishna tells to Maharaj Navi. You see, there is nobody equal to me. So then, since you have prayed to me and I am very happy with you, so I myself will appear as a son. So then, that way, Maharaj Navi's son, Lord Krishna, appeared. And son was equal. He is equal, and there is nobody equal to him. He was superhuman. And all the good qualities were there. So when Maharaj Navi saw his son like that, so he has given the name Rishabhadev. Rishab. What is the Rishabh meaning? Rishabh meaning best. Best. So in the Gopi Geet in Srimad Bhagavatam, that gopis are singing the same Rishabh. Rishabh te bhayam rakshitamoho. Rishabh te bhayam rakshitamoho. So what is that? The greatest of personality, you are repeatedly saved us from greatest of danger. And the same, the word Rishabh is coming in Bhagavad Gita also. What is that word? Bharatvarshva, the best among descendant of Bharat Bharat. So the same name, Rishabh, was given to his name, Rishabh Dev. So here in this sloka, what we see that the Lord has appeared in the third sloka, a third chapter. The fourth chapter is the characteristic of Lord Rishabh Dev, the personality of God, the supreme personality of God. That is the name of the fourth chapter. So it is said like the next chapter, what is there in Srimad Bhagavatam is teaching of Rishabh Dev. So before giving the teaching, what is being given? What is the characteristic of the Lord? So that once we read the teaching of Rishabh Dev, we should appreciate who is this giving this teaching. That's the reason description of Rishabh Dev is there in the fourth chapter. He is none other than Krishna himself. So when the Krishna appeared, the Rishabh Dev appeared in Maharaj Navi's home, Maharaj Navi forgotten his relation. He forgotten that he only has prayed to Krishna, you appear, but because of the effect of Yogamaya, he forgotten. He was thinking, he is my son. He's forgotten that he is Supreme Personality of God, or Supreme Father. He's thinking he is his son. So that's what is there in the sense he is calling his son. What is calling? My dear son, my darling. Forgetting his relation with the Supreme Father. So in the sloka like Ati Pramod Bharavibla, that's what is written. What's the meaning? Being overwhelmed with bliss. He called upon his son. And how is called? Gargada, Akshaya Gira. Means with faltering voice he is calling. And then what is telling? Bas Vatsa Tateti. My dear son, my darling. That's Vatsa Tateti. So this is what is there in the sloka. And then it comes, how it is happening? It is happening because of Maya Vilasitir Matir. Because of the Yoga Maya, he has forgotten his relation with Krishna. He is overwhelmed in the sense he has forgotten who is he. He is thinking he is my son. He is my son. He has come to me because of my prayers. He has come, and he has forgotten that he has only prayed and Krishna appeared and Krishna has taken birth. He has appeared in his family. So this is the potency of the Yoga Maya. So who is the Yoga Maya? Yoga Maya is Subhadra Maharani. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra is there. Subhadra is Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya is eternal potential of Krishna. And what is the seva given to Yoga Maya? The seva given to Yoga Maya is the director of Krishna's pastime. What the pastime Krishna is performing is being directed by Yoga Maya. And Krishna has given a full power to her. And the power is so much that sometimes Krishna himself forgets who is he. So, and why this power is there? This is there because to increase happiness of Krishna and his devotees. To increase the loving relation between Krishna and his devotees, Krishna has empowered Yoga Maya to do whatever, but this should happen. So, how Krishna is forgetting himself? We see in the Vrindavan pastime. What is that? Ruduntam Muhur Netram. So Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, the Supreme Power, is not a leaf of a tree moves without his sanction, and he is fearful of his mother. Ruduntam Muhur Netram, he is crying. And then what is this? Atanka Netram, in the sense, he is fearful of his eyes is very fearful. All these things, what is being seen is a Krishna is making a drama? No, it's not. Krishna is not making a drama. It's Krishna is performing a pastime under the influence of Yoga Maya. Right? So that is the power of Yoga Maya. So Yoga Maya makes the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself forget who is he. So Maharaj Navi was under the transcendental illusion, thinking Krishna as his own son. And then another counterpart of Yogamaya is there. Who is that? Mahamaya. So Mahamaya is who? Srimati Durga Devi. Now, the role of Srimati Durga Devi is the reverse. That is what? To make the conditioned living entity forget their relation with Krishna. Right? And why that happens? Why she make the devotee, conditioned soul forget? Because the conditioned soul we are all there with Krishna, but somehow or other we wanted to enjoy separately from Krishna. So Krishna sent us here. And then she put Durga Devi as superintendent of this material world. Okay, let them enjoy separately. But as Krishna himself is Dukhalaya Vasasatvam, so this place is full of misery. Mahamaya ensures that if the person forgets his relationship with Krishna and try to enjoy here and suffer. So once he suffers, then he realizes, oh, why I'm suffering here? I should go back to Krishna. And then if that desire comes, the sincere desire comes, then Mahamaya precipitates that person. Of course, she takes taste. Different taste happens. Different type of taste happens. But if you are sincere, because she is a Vaishnava, she is Vaishnavi. So she facilitates that to happen. So like a thirsty deer in the desert, in the desert, a deer is thirsty. What he does, he runs for water. And then it sees there's a water, but it's not water, it's a reflection of mirage. See, runs there, goes there, seeing there's water, there's no water. Have you seen mirage sometime? Not here in Bangalore, don't see, but other places. I was there in the Gujarat. You drive on the car, on the road itself, you'll see there's a waterfront. So you feel that reflection comes from the heat is there, humidity is there, so that reflection comes. So that similar thing, I was just thinking, yeah, that's what Bhagavatam is telling. The deer runs to that place and there's no water there. Then goes to some other place, there's some other mirage. There's water, there's no water, and that way the deer dies looking for the water. And similarly, we are also looking for some lucrative thing in this world. We see that if you get that, we'll be happy. We get something else, then we'll be happy. And we get that, and then we feel, no, this is not sufficient. We go something more. You're never satisfied. So this is the way the things happens. And then we also again get frustrated. For example, if somebody wants to eat cakes, I gulab jamun, that's not better. If somebody likes to eat gulab jamun, so he will eat gulab jamun. Okay, very nice. I just eat it. So one day he eats. Then next day also, okay, daily I eat. It gives me a lot of satisfaction to my senses. Daily I eat the gulab jamun. Then what happens? After 3 years, sugar level increases. Then what happens? For the lifetime, what is to be done? Insulin injection. Right? That is the nature of this world. If you go for some happiness, the result is so that happiness is very small. The misery is much more compared to the happiness what we get in this world. So that's the reason, that's the role what Mahamaya does. Make the person forget his relation with Krishna and suffer here, so that he can become frustrated, and then he thinks, why I'm suffering here? And then the self-realization, the process of self-realization starts. He comes in contact with the devotees in ISKCON, and then he starts doing the Gita course, and then he realizes, yes, this is who is Krishna, what is my relation with Krishna, and what I should do to revive the relation. So that's what the whole process starts. So in this regard, there's one, I just will try to get a bit in the sense. Once Srila Prabhupada was there in America, so you must be knowing that Giriraj Swami Maharaj, he was brahmachari that time. And he is the son of multi-millionaire, and he's the only son. And he became brahmachari with Srila Prabhupada. So one day, his father came, and he told his Srila Prabhupada, please return my son, I'll give you $1 million. Check is there with me, I'll sign the check and give me son back. So Prabhupada, Giriraj Maharaj came and whispered to Mr. Prabhupada's ears, Prabhupada, you take the check, I'll remain with you. So Prabhupada said, no, since you have come, you are old, I'm not holding you. So there's no meaning. So you go and talk to your father. So Giriraj Maharaj went and talked to his father. You see, I cannot come, I'm here, I'm happy here. So his father thought something is wrong with this person. I should call the psychiatrist. So he told, okay, I have hired a psychiatrist, next day he will come. Ladies, he will come. And then you meet. And now, since a devotee, he should okay, because he should obey the parents, obey the father. So next day, the secretary come and then she asked, uh, what is your problem? What is your problem? So Graj Maharaj replied, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. So next question comes, have you ever fought with your father? Maybe the young age you have fought with father and you left and come. Then this Maharaj, Graj Swami Maharaj replied something else from the Bhagavad Gita. So like that, half an hour she was asking question and Maharaj was replying with Bhagavad Gita slokas. So after half an hour, that lady understood. She came out of the room. She told, he is fully infected, nothing can be done. So next day, Srila Prabhupada was giving Bhagavatam class and he was telling, Giriraj is now certified by psychiatrist, is fully infected. So that is the way, these are the great stalwart devotees who are there in Parampara. We may recognize, we may not recognize, but they are there. So that is the time we should recognize now as we are progressing, because we don't know how long they will be there. They are there in this world for us. So we should recognize them. They are not the ordinary person. You see, I have never seen a person, the dedication we see in Prabhupada disciples. So we should recognize this is the time. We don't know how long they will be there. We should associate as much possible with them. Get their mercy. And that will only sustain us in the future. So, the illusion, the illusion of Mahamaya, the conditioned soul comes under influence of Mahamaya, conditioned soul come under the influence of illusion. And why that illusion happens? Illusion happens because of the Vipu, which is there in our heart, the 6 anarthas is there in our heart. What is those 6 anarthas? Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Maschari. So these are the 6 anarthas which is making us take us away from Krishna under the influence of Mahamaya. So we'll just discuss briefly how the 6 anarthas can be utilized for the Krishna service and how the other devotees have utilized that in the service of Krishna. So it is said like first is the Kam, the lust. The lust can be transformed into love of Krishna. Now the example given in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where the Narada Muni is speaking to Yudhishthira Maharaj, and he is telling how different devotees have got the mercy of Krishna, having different relation with Krishna. So that they have achieved the perfection. So he gives the example of gopis. What is saying? Gopya Kama. Gopya Kama Bhayat Kamsha. So like gopis have achieved the mercy of Krishna through strong attraction to Krishna. Gopya Kama. Lusty desires of gopis through which he attained Krishna. And then how Kamsa has achieved Krishna? By fear. And then like that comes so many devotees are there, like Sisupal achieved Krishna by thinking about them, Krishna. Then the Yadus attained mercy of Krishna by having a familiar relation with Krishna. Then the Pandavas attained perfection by having affection for Krishna. And then he tells, like a general devotee like us, here we get the mercy of Krishna by devotional service. So the example of gopis are there where they have attained Krishna through Gopya Kama, that intense desire to please Krishna. So that is for the lust. Then comes the greed. Now, greed is not greed, Kam, Krodh, anger. Now, anger can be used for the service of Krishna. We see in the Bhagavad Gita, like Arjuna was perplexed what to do, and then Krishna said, you fight. So Arjuna started fighting because Krishna has instructed him to fight. Now, Arjuna was fighting not in very mode of he was a bhava of Krishna is there, but in the bhava of Krishna he cannot fight, he cannot kill the opponent. So he was angry, he was very angry, he was shooting arrows with anger on Karna, on the other Kuru warriors who are there and killing them. So that is the anger he used for the service of Krishna. Then another great devotee of the Lord who has used anger for service of Krishna, Lord, is the Hanumanji. So Hanumanji used his anger to do what? when he went to Lanka, what he did? He went and saw Sita, Mother Sita, there in the Ashok garden, Ashoka Vatika, what we say. And then when he saw the condition of Mother Sita, he became very, very upset, become very angry, and he started destroying all the things which are there. Then what happens? The caretaker of that Ashoka Vatika comes and start fighting with Hanuman. Who are you? Why you are doing all this? Then Jammu Mali got killed by Hanumanji. And then he started further destruction. Then Ravan came to know about it. And then what he done? He sent his son, Akshay Kumar. Then Akshay Kumar comes. He also got killed. Then, and then Hanumanji burned the whole Lanka apart from the Ashoka, everything got burned. And that is the anger. That is the anger Hanumanji used for service of the Lord. So this is examples like how the devotee has used that anger for service of Krishna. You can think. No, we can use the anger instead of for my own satisfaction for service of Krishna, and that becomes devotion service, and that will help us to raise our consciousness. Next thing is the greed. Now, greed is we are having greed for so many things in this world, right? You want to have so many things. What is that? Money, property, practice, this, that, so many things. And then with the money, what we should have? Sense gratification. And with sense gratification, what we should have? The recognition, appreciation, all those things. So that is the greed. But in Nectar of Devotion, Srila Rupa Goswami, what he says, Laulyam is the only thing through which we can achieve Krishna. Through Laulyam, we can achieve Krishna. Now we talk to devotees and we ask, like, what is the most important thing in Krishna consciousness? Somebody tells like chanting, somebody can say like associating with devotees, somebody can hearing the lectures, reading books. All those things are important, they're very important. But what is the basic fundamental factor behind all these things is our laulyam, our desire to progress in Krishna consciousness. That only, we do all these processes, but this laulyam is not there, can become a mechanical ritual, right? We do our chanting mechanically, we do our hearing class mechanically, all those things become like I have been told to do. There's nothing wrong, we should do that. But at the same time, when we have intense desire, the same thing what we are doing, it can give much more result. Like when a businessman invests something in some business, he wants the maximum return, right? So we are also like businessmen. We are also investing our time in Krishna consciousness. When we are investing our time, we should also look for the maximum return from that. The maximum return only will happen when we are having intense desire to please Supreme. That's what is the laulyam. So Rupa Goswami is telling in the Nectar of Devotion, the 9th chapter, that through laulyam ek mulyam, meaning that there is only one price. If that is what laulyam, to enter in kingdom of God. If you want to enter kingdom of God, that is what you have to. What is the price you have to pay to have the laulyam? That is what is Nectar of Devotion. Rupa Goswami is telling, and then through that only we will develop a spontaneous, loving relation with Krishna. A spontaneous, loving relation with Krishna is like we don't have to do as per regulative in the sense that to chant our rounds, we have to do so as our sadhana. That is right, we have to do. But we have, after some time following the sadhana, we have to raise our level to next level where we should have spontaneous love for Krishna. Like we are being forced as of now, morning 4 o'clock, we have to get up and take bath. Then you have to chant our round. Then you have to read books. These are the things you have to follow because this is told by our spiritual master. But at the same time, after some time, we should raise our level so that spontaneously we should get up. We don't have to put an alarm. We should get up our own. We should have a desire to chant our rounds. We should have a desire to do arati to Krishna. So that only will happen when the intense desire to please Krishna is there. So after some time following our Vaidhi Bhakti, what we say, we can go to Raganuga Bhakti. What is called the technical term, the Raganuga Bhakti is the spontaneous relation with Krishna. So what is to go to spontaneous loving relation, what we have to give is the laulyam ek mulyam. That is the only price what you have to pay to go to that level, to migrate to that level. But it says that Krishna consciousness is available. It's available everywhere. We can purchase it. But what is the price? Is the laulyam. The desire to please Krishna is the price which you have to pay. Is not that Krishna is poor. Are those who are selling Krishna, devotee of Krishna, they are poor? They are not poor. They can give Krishna also free. But to digest Krishna, we should have that lollyum. Yes, Krishna has come. Now what I have to do? I have to serve the Lord. We get Krishna, but through our lollyum, we progress in Krishna consciousness. That is the lollyum. That is what lollyum. So there are some few parameters what we thought we will discuss, through which we should monitor our progress in Krishna consciousness. So when we introspect, we should see like what are those things. So in general, what we were discussing just sometime before, there are 3 Ks. What are the 3 Ks? Kanak, Kamini, and Kirti. These 3 Ks takes us away from the supreme K, Krishna. So this Kanak, Kamini, and Kirti takes us away from Krishna. What is the Kanak? Kanak is the gold. Gold is means to have the propensity to have lot of things in our possession, to have big bank balance, big job, all those things. That hampers our Krishna consciousness if you keep thinking that only. You don't think, you don't put effort, you just keep gathering more and more wealth, that will hamper our progress. So we should introspect like how much desire is there in our heart to have the Kanak. Then Kamini, sense gratification. Sense gratification also a different type of sense gratifications are there. In the sense, we have got senses, they're fixed number. And then we have got our consciousness, our mood, that is variable. So then you fix this fixed constant with the variable, then unlimited products comes. Different products to do the sense gratification. So that is what is the Kamini. And then what comes next is the Kirti, desire for recognition, appreciation, and followers. Like nowadays, modern days, how many followers are there in YouTube channel? How many tubes you have tuted? Like so many different types of social media platforms are there to distract our consciousness. So this Kanak, Kamini, Kirti, there are 3 things. We should be very, very careful. And that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also telling, na dhanam, na sundari, na kavita, is so na dhanam, we should not be interested in trying to take so much, accumulate so much money. Na dhanam, very high bird. Na sundari, na dhanam, na dhanam, na sundari, sense gratification. And kavita means we should not be kavi, a highly learned person. We should not have the always the propensity. Yes, we should do big degrees and then influence others. That's what Mahaprabhu is telling. Na dhanam, na sundari, na kavita, these come. So these are the impediments. Another thing what we should always be careful in our Krishna consciousness is, if like somebody is appreciating me, so I should feel genuinely sad. What is the meaning of genuinely sad? If somebody appreciates, what we do? We feel happy. Yes, my name has come. So what is there in the sense when we see like devotee ask like how to judge that I am progressing in Krishna consciousness? Progressing Krishna consciousness is like it is said, when somebody appreciates me, how much genuinely I feel sad. And why everybody should feel sad? Because he knows how much unwanted anarthas are there in a heart. How much unwanted things are there. Even after I'm having so many anarthas in my heart, this devotee is praising me. He is seeing only the good qualities. He is not seeing the bad qualities. That should make us feel sad. He is appreciating and what I am. I'm not at all comparable with these devotees. I'm so low. Because the devotee only can know what is there in the heart. Or Krishna knows. So we should always feel sad. Yes, he is appreciated, but he is appreciating even after my anarthas are there. He is seeing not the anartha, he is seeing the good quality. And what we are seeing? We are seeing only the anarthas for others. So many persons, so many things he is doing. He is not a good devotee. So many problems are there with him. And we should feel sad about it. Yeah, by default that thought only comes. When I see a devotee, I am not seeing to appreciate him, but I see what is the negative things are there, negative qualities are there in him. In fact, it is said in Krishna's heart, there is no fault of a devotee is there. So we are following that. We are the representative of Krishna in the sense like we should also have that desire. Yes, this person is doing a Krishna appreciate even Prabhupada. If you put a nail also in the temple, Krishna will remember that. So we should also have that bhava in our heart. When we see a devotee, we should see a small positive thing also he does, we should appreciate it. And we should ignore the negative traits which are there. So a devotee should feel sad when somebody appreciate him, because he knows what is his status and how much he has to further improve himself. That is what is the nature of should be the nature of a Vaishnava. So this is what is the two things what we should see, that how much we are feeling sad about when somebody appreciates us. And the second thing, to see that whether we are progressing in Krishna consciousness or not, that is to see like how much time I'm using for Krishna service, how much time I'm not wasting. I'm not wasting my time in doing the browsing, doing the Facebook, doing the WhatsApp, doing the Instagram, doing these social medias are there. I'm not wasting, I'm using my time, and I'm not wasting my time in reading news. Now news reading is very, very easy. Earlier time is like you have to go open a newspaper and then you have to put some effort. Now it's so easy in the fingertips. Just open every half an hour, persons will read news, right? In my place, I'll see people are just reading news that what this is changing in the world is happening. Why you have to read every half an hour? So when a devotee sees, like when a devotee progresses, all these tendencies should get inculcated by default. Yes, I should not waste my time in these so-called mundane things. Another thing is, we should judge ourselves for these parameters. How much I'm feeling sad, how much I'm using my time, instead of judging others. We should not see others like what he's doing. The devotee is, all these rules are there for me. When I see other person, the other person is perfect. I'm very low. Like in this regard, Bhaktivedanta Maharaj did a very beautiful thing. In the sense, he told once, like when you meet somebody, you should think like my key to my door to back to Godhead is with this person. So if I offend that person, if I do something which unpleases that person, the key will not come to me, and my path to back to Godhead will get stopped. So that is what the bhava a devotee should have. All these rules, regulation, judging is for me, and I should not be judgmental for others. I should not judge others, what they are doing, what they are living their life. If somebody coming late to temple, suppose for example, so what thought comes? Hey, he's coming late, he must be doing something. So what is said, like we don't know. The bhakti is there in the heart of the devotee. We cannot by physical appearance will know what he is doing. He may be doing something which we don't know, but we should, if I do some criticize the devotee, that offense will come to me, because Krishna knows what that person is doing. So I'm not, Krishna is there to judge that person. The authorities are there, the guru is there to judge that. It's not my role. My role is to improve myself, not others. So that is the bhava of the devotee. So next thing is like in the 6 anarthas is the illusion. Illusion is the moha. So this is a very nice sloka. In fact, in this sloka itself, we see how in illusion the Maharaj Navi started his own son, and he started serving with so much love and affection. So it is showing that how in the illusion we can serve the Lord. So by forgetting Krishna's God, just dealing with him as equal. So that's what it is there in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela chapter 4. There's beautiful verses there by Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj, where he says like Sakala Jagate More Kare Vidha Bhakti Vidhi Bhakti Braj Bhava Paite Nahi Sakti. So Sakala Jagat More Kare Vidhi Bhakti means through regulative principle, the whole world is pursuing me. But then what he is telling, what Krishna is telling, he by Vedhi Bhakti, Braj Bhava will not come. That is what is there in Jadar Chatamani. Everywhere in the world, people worship me according to scripture injunction. But simply by following the such injunction, one cannot attain the loving sentiment of Braj. तो सकल जगत मोरे करे वैधि भक्ति विधि भक्ति ब्रज भावे पाइते नहीं सकते. So we have we can enter the Raganuga bhakti by practicing the Vaidhi bhakti sincerely. By practicing our sadhana sincerely, we can enter into the we can develop the loving, spontaneous loving devotion to Krishna. Then another slokas in the same chapter, that is also very, very nice in this context what we are reading. Mora putra, mora sakha, mora pranapati, ei bhave, ei more, kare sudha bhakti, apnane, bada mane, amare samahina, sei bhava, haye ami, kahara athina. See what Krishna is telling here. If one cherishes pure loving devotion to me, more putra, more sakha, more pranapati. If somebody thinks I am more, Krishna is my son, my friend, my pranapati, my beloved. Ei bhave, ei more kare suddha bhakti. So suddha bhakti will happen if we are having that power for Krishna. That is the level. That is the next level. Then what is this? Apana ke bada mane. He thinks himself is superior than me. Amare samahina, equal to me. Sei bhava, ami tamara adhina. With this bhava you serve me, I will become under your control. So, if one cherishes pure loving devotion to me, thinking of me as his son, his friend, or his beloved, regarding himself as a great and consider me as equal or inferior, I become subordinate to that person. That is what Krishna is telling, and that is the bhava that Yoga Maya is doing, right? So when we see the Braj Bhakti, the devotees in the Braja, the Yashoda mind, the Nanda Maharaj, and then all the gopis and all the Gopals, so they are having that bhav in which they are reciprocating with the Krishna, and that Krishna is telling that is the highest form. Love. So that is Raganutmika Bhakti. And those who follow the Raganutma Bhaktas, they become Raganuga Bhakti. They enter into Raga. So we should have that. Yes, we are having that relation with the Lord. That will get revealed when we continue our sadhana properly. We continue our chanting, doing all the rules and regulations. What is there? After some time, we get revealed that thing. What is my relation? So with that, Navida Bhakti, which is there, Pranam Kirtanam Vishnu. So out of that, we should think what is the best which I like most, and then we should focus that, and then we should intensify that, and that way the relation we should develop with the Lord. So 9 different processes of bhakti is given. So at least one I should like from my heart, and then we should intensify, do whatever. If you want to, I should do prayers. I should memorize so many prayers. I should do so many things. How the other devotees have prayed to the Lord. How the other my contemporary devotees are praying to Krishna. So all those research we should do, and then develop that intense desire to serve the Lord using any one of these processes. And that way we can gradually raise to the next level. So it is said like initially a devotee thinks like I am yours, Krishna, right? But as he gradually progresses further, then what happens? Krishna is mine. That is the way the migration happens from one level to another level. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings, na, Tumi to Amar, Ami to Tumar. Right? The song is there in Bhaktivinoda songbook. So he's saying, I'm yours. I'm most certainly yours, and you are indeed mine. And what is the need of other praiser if that praiser is there with me? That's what is there in Bhaktivinoda Thakur says. And then Krishna himself says in the Bhagavatam, the 9th canto, where the Ambarish Maharaj offended Durva Samali. What is the sloka? Aham Bhakta Paradhino. Krishna himself saying, I am under the control of my devotees. And then my devotees are very dear to me. and is not that, and the devotee of my devotee is also dear to me. So that's what Krishna is telling. I am Bhakta Paradima, I am under control of Bhakta. And then in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the last sloka, what is that? Asadishyava padaratam pinastuma Pamatam Yathatatu Vindhatu Lampato Padaprana to Swana Paraha. So whatever you do, Krishna, you are my prana. You trample me, you do whatever, but you are always my prana. So that is the bhava. Krishna, you are mine. So that is the highest level of bhakti for Krishna. And that's what is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita and other devotees also says. That is the way we should also try to see how we are progressing our Krishna concept. It's good that it's actually the subject is detailed higher, but we should always contemplate, think, wonder how we should raise from this level to next level. So it's good to come to temple, good to take prasadam, good to do kirtan, but at the same time, we should also contemplate what we are doing, to what extent we can progress further in our Krishna concept. That if it's there, Krishna will always facilitate how to go to next level. Then the next thing, the 6 anarthas in the heart is the envy. So next is envy. So how the envy is used for the Krishna service? How the Krishna envy can be used for Krishna service? So it is like the example given for the gopis. So this is very high state of bhakti. That's what I was telling. We should, with the contaminated state, what we are there, we cannot understand that bhakti, enviousness between the gopis. But we should also think about it. We should contemplate on that. What it said, like all the gopis compete with themselves to serve the Lord. Like Chitralekha and the Radharani, they are having a sentimental competition. There is envy, but that envy is such a way that when Krishna does his pastime with one of the gopis, what other gopis think? Oh, this gopi is having so many nice, wonderful qualities. That's what Krishna is there with her. I should also imbibe those qualities in our heart. So that's the way transcendental envy helps one to elevate his or her consciousness. Then another envy, which is very interesting, is like gopis are having enviousness with flute of the Lord, right? So they think like this flute is always there with Krishna. When he even sleeps, he keeps the flute near to him, right? When he walks around in the daytime, he tucks the flute in his waistband belt. So they are having, and then what happens? When Krishna plays the flute, this flute is taking the other amrit, the nectar from the lips of the Lord. So they are having enviousness with the flute of Krishna. And they are having enviousness with the bamboo trees of Brajabhumi. If these bamboo are so wonderful, they are making so many flutes, the vamsi, so many different types of venus from this bamboo tree is being made. And that is what Krishna is enjoying with that bamboo tree, with those vamsi flutes and then venus. It is said like when Krishna lifted one hill, he lifted in one hand with a small finger. In the other hand, the flute was there. The flute was having 3 holes. Actually, flute comes with a different type of flutes are there. Some having multiple holes, some having only 3 holes. So it is said by Acharyas, Krishna was playing a flute with one hand, is having only 3 holes in it. So when he was playing, he was to lift and he was to play. With 3 fingers, he was able to manage to play. So that is having three holes in that. So that's the way. And then gopis are having enviousness with gopas also. They are complaining to Nanda Maharaj, you are the king. Why you are sending this Krishna to graze the cows? You can send your servant. When Krishna is going with his friends, he is going away from us. He's not there with us. And we are feeling separation from Krishna. And Krishna is feeling so much problems, like so many stones are there, so many thorns are there, which is hurting Krishna. So they are feeling enviousness. That is actually, they are telling, but the enviousness is there in the heart. Why Krishna is going away with his friends. And then his friends, what they are doing? They are fighting with Krishna. They are climbing on Krishna's So they're beating Krishna, they're wrestling with Krishna, all those things they are doing. So, so that is what the enviousness is there, and that is what transcendental enviousness. Right? So we should see that in our own devotional service, like we see that some devotees are doing big distribution. And some are doing distribution, some are doing large number of book distribution, books. So we should not feel envy. We should try to learn how to increase our number. We should pray to Krishna. Yes, I should also do. So that way we should devote these propensities in service of Krishna. Envy. So as a practitioner, as a sadhaka, when we see these anarthas in our heart, so we see the different anarthas, how different devotees have used for devoting those anarthas for service of Krishna. So what we should do in our life? These anarthas are there in our heart. Now there is only one way to remove this anartha is to pray intensely to Krishna. Like Krishna killed so many demons in Vrindavan, right? And each demon represents some anartha, one of the anarthas. So when we have to remove this anartha from our heart, we should pray to Krishna and Balaram, the way you have killed those demons, please my Lord come in my heart and kill these demons of the anartha which are there. Anartha means they are there, but there is no meaning. Anartha, there is no meaning of this, but it's there. These are the obstacles in my devotional service. So we should pray intensely to Krishna daily. And what is the daily prayer? What we do is chanting the holy name. So it's good that we should regularly chant our rounds or 16 rounds, what is there given to us, we should chant regularly. But then chanting is only one, just to complete our rounds or to pray intensely with the Lord. What is our intention? That's what we are discussing. Like when we invest our time, we should invest to get maximum return. When we sit to chant for 1 hour, 1.5 hours or 2 hours, we should have that mind in our mind. Are we just counting? Are we praying? Are we just increasing the numbers one after the other? 16 rounds done. Or we are praying to Krishna intensely. If these anarthas are there in my heart, not from this life, but life after life, and they are driving me in this world, material world, I'm just suffering because of that. And then please, Lord, give your mercy so that they can come, remove from my heart. So how the mercy of Krishna comes? The mercy of Krishna comes by chanting the holy name. The mercy of Krishna is manifested in his holy name. So when we chant in the mood of a beggar, begging to Krishna, please help me, please elevate my consciousness, then Krishna help us. As it is said, as you approach me, that way I respond. So we want to count our rounds, or we want to improve our sadhana, you improve our consciousness, to remove this anartha from our heart. With that feeling, if you chant, then Krishna certainly will help. So that is the prayer we should have daily when we chant our 16 rounds. At the best time, we can connect with Krishna and pray to Krishna to remove this obstacle from our heart so that I can become fixed, I can elevate in your service. So with that mood, we should pray. And with that mood, when we pray, one day will happen when our heart will become purified. Right? That's what he said. Like when the heart, Krishna comes, when we chant with the mood, with the beggar, like a beggar, like crying to Krishna. It is said, like I was just hearing one lecture. It is said, like when a beggar comes, the beggar is coming like in a beautiful sari, right? And then he is coming out of a Mercedes car and just coming and can give me something. What do you think? You'd like to give something? Then another beggar is there. The beggar comes. He's in rags, in his disease condition. He's hungry, and he comes and prays. Please give me something. I'm very hungry. I want your something from you. I want your mercy. Please help me. So in that mood, if somebody tells, then yeah, we are also obligated. Similarly, when we pray to Krishna, when we chant our mind, we should chant in the mood of that beggar. Not the first one, the second one. Then only Krishna will be impressed by our feelings, impressed by our desire to please him. And then Krishna's mercy will come. And then we'll feel pleasure in chanting of the holy name. That's what it said, like chant and be happy. The happiness of chanting will come only if you pray to Krishna or chant our rounds in that mood of crying to Krishna. So, and with that, Krishna will come in our heart and he sanctifies our heart. So all this anarthas will go. And then our heart will become a wonderful temple of Krishna in our heart. And then the song is there. यही माने मंदिर में बसो निचुदिन Krishna Murari. So in our big on heart, Krishna will come and a beautiful temple of Krishna will be built in our heart, but Krishna will be there, the Krishna Murari. So that's the way we can remove these 6 anarthas from our heart. How much more time is there? Okay, I'll just cover briefly because today is Christmas. Deva Krishna. So today is the Christmas, is the biggest festival in the world. You know why it is biggest? Because Christianity is the biggest religion in the world. A lot of people follow all over the world. It's the biggest religion of the world. So what happened today? Today is the day when Jesus Christ took birth. Right? So there is a many teaching of Jesus, which is similar to what our acharyas have also said. So like in the sense, Christian idea is like Jesus came to take the sin of his followers. And what happened then? He been crucified. He crucified and he left his body, he died there. And then he prayed while being crucified. What was his prayer? Oh Lord, please forgive them because they don't know what they are doing. Now when we see in our own parampara, the Haridas Thakur was beaten at 22 marketplaces because he was a Muslim chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So the king there, the Nawab, is given a punishment. He should be beaten 22 marketplaces. So when he was being beaten, he was also praying, Lord, please forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. And then we see in our parampara another great devotee is the Vasudeva Datta. He's the epitome of compassion. And what he prayed, oh Lord, he was praying to Mahaprabhu, oh Lord, so many people are suffering in this world because of the sins what they have committed. Yet all their sins comes to me. He was telling the whole universe, not those followers only. He was telling whole universe, whomsoever has done any sin, let them go back to Godhead. Let all their sin comes to me. Let me suffer perpetually, but let them go back to Godhead. That is the prayer what Vasudeva Datta is telling. Similar prayers was done by Prahlad Maharaj. But Prahlad Maharaj said, yeah, I'm happy. I am serving you. Wherever I am there, I'll serve you. I'll be happy. But my only concern is, since when the Narasimha killed Hiranyakasipu, he asked Prahlad Maharaj, asked for benediction. Then he told this. It is there in the Bhagavatam. He like, wherever I'll be, I'll serve you. But my only concern is for these materialistic persons who are there making new plans to enjoy this world, but they are perpetually will suffer. So it's not only I want go back to Godhead, I want to liberation. Please liberate this person. I want to liberate all these things, people. Please, Narasimha, please take all these things, people back to Godhead. And that's what is the mood of a Vaishnava. And that the mood is also shown by Jesus. In that sense, like he took the sin of his followers. Then he told, hate the sinner, not the sin. Sorry, hate the sin, not the sinner. Sorry. So it is said like if you hate the sinner, then how you enlighten the sinner? We should hate the sin, not the sinner. And that is what is the mood of Vaishnavas also. Vaishnava never hate anybody. He always try to help. He is paradukh dukhi. He always become full of compassion when he sees the problem for others, he feels unhappy in heart. That is the mood of a Vaishnava, paradukh dukhi. And that's what is the mood here we are seeing. Hate the sin, not the sinner. Then Jesus told another thing. He said, and now also people say, that is in a different thing, we'll see, that Jesus is the only way. I am the only way. That's what is in Old Testament there. I am the only way. But he said like, yes, Jesus said like, I am son of God. I am representative of God. Representative of God means I am Guru. So as a Guru, he is showing the path. Path to go to destination. And destination is God. So I am the way. That's what Jesus said. And what Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, Vedev Sarvam Aham Eva Vedyo. Out of all this Vedic literature, I am to be known. So to be known is the destination. That's what Krishna is telling. And Jesus is telling, I am the way. So Jesus is showing the way to his followers. Now, depending on their consciousness, time, place, and circumstances, Krishna sends his representative, and then they tell those regulations, those rules, so that the level of their consciousness enhances, improves, go to next level. Another thing very interesting what Jesus told is, hallowed be thy name. May your name be worshipped. May the name of God is worshipped. But somehow or other he didn't reveal what is the name of God. That again same thing. Like you cannot teach a KG student the PhD philosophy, right? You cannot tell what is being taught in PhD to KG students. So depending on time, place, and circumstances, Krishna sent their representative so that the suffering of the living entity can be mitigated, can be removed. So these are some few teachings what Jesus has told. That is also there in our parampara. And then it is said like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, he was also very respectful to the teachers of the Muhammad. And the same thing is about Prabhupada. We see so many places Prabhupada had discussions with the priest, of the Christian priest. And Prabhupada, it is also said Prabhupada said that it is Satya Vek Avatar. Jesus was Satya Vek. So today is the appearance day of that devotee. We can say that. So we should pray to Krishna so that those qualities what Jesus has shown should get inculcated in our heart. That is the day we can contemplate, we can meditate, and we can pray to the Lord. Those qualities of Vaishnavism which is there in our heart come in our heart. That is the day for us. Some or other, Jesus also said, "Thou shalt not kill." But we see that big scientific slaughterhouses are being made nowadays, but the hundred thousands of animals are getting killed. So it's not that those who are following today, they are the what representing Jesus. So Jesus' teachings are adulterated now. But we should contemplate and Jesus, today is his appearance day, his birthday, with the qualities what is shown as a Vaishnava, that should come in our heart also. So with that, I just conclude for today. If anybody is having any questions. It's true. Oh, pride I have not come. Oh, this is very nice actually. Sorry. Pride is something, pride in, I take this to me. We should have pride in our accomplishment, what we have achieved. That is called false pride. False pride in the thing what I have gained. That is false pride. The true pride is taking pride in Hari, Guru, Vaishnava. We should take pride what Krishna has done. We should take pride how Krishna protected Srimati Draupadi. We should take pride how the Krishna protected Arjuna, the promise he has given to Arjuna. How Krishna helped Bhishma when he was at deathbed. So we should take that in our heart. That should be our pride. We should take pride in devotees. We should take pride in ISKCON. We should take pride in Srila Prabhupada. We should take pride how Srila Prabhupada examples. We should take pride in Srila Prabhupada austerities he has done, his achievements, what he has done, the wonder what he has done. That is our true pride. So when we take pride, the pride is not what I have achieved. We should take pride in what Hari, Guru, and Vaishnava has done for us. What is their glories? That is our true pride. So that way, the pride can be devoted in service of God. Right. Thank you, Guru. I just missed that. So that is correct what you have read into Bhagavad Gita. So we should do we have taken the vow. We have taken a vow to chant one round we should chant one round sincerely. If you've taken about to chant 16 rounds, we should chant 16 rounds sincerely. What is our authorities have told us to do, we should do it sincerely. So what I was trying to say is, we should not try to do something visually. Like we have to chant, or just chant one round, some or other. When we chant, we should chant with the heart. So that's what makes a ritual a spiritual. When we put our heart, the ritual which we do daily, the ritual becomes a spiritual. When we cook for Krishna, when we cook, we should cook for Krishna. The same job what we are doing as a cooking, when we cook for Krishna, that becomes a spiritual service for the Lord, the devotional service for Krishna. So whatever we are doing, whatever time we are spending, should spend for pleasure of the Lord, to please Krishna. That whatever things we are doing in our life, it should be with the intention we to give pleasure to Krishna. Whether we are doing a job, but we are cooking, or we are reading, or we are chanting, or we are doing whatever. So you don't have to leave anything, just bring Krishna in your life. That's what is the meaning. I think I answered your question.
Very lightning, lot of depth, as you said. Probably so practical question. When we talk about anger, pride, only among practicing devotees, sometimes we have and sometimes without control, or we have to meet the numbers. So the ones who are really coming in service, the ones who are there, sometimes you say that the mode of, how you call it, passionate extrovert, get angry, speak loudly, but it's for the Lord, Lord's service. So how does that anger get practiced? Is it right, wrong, or how do you see that?
Thanks for your question. It is like when we serve the Lord, as we told, all the devotees are very dear to Krishna. And Krishna is not looking for something. He's not looking for your number. He's looking for your attention. Krishna is the first Lakshmis are serving Krishna. Krishna is not having any scarcity of anything. What he is only having the scarcity is our love. Krishna is looking for our love. So for the numbers, we can get carried away because in the millions of life we are in this world, and those impressions are there in the heart. These impressions are very, very dense. So it's not possible to remove it very fast. But we have stopped because we have joined Krishna consciousness. And after some time, as Prabhupada says, we are taking bath. After some time, we become pure. So with respect to that, we should not be so much bothered about it. I should not say that, but we should put a full effort, sincere effort. Like what the Maharaj says, when you go for book distribution, I don't want you to be top, you should be the last person. Right? Last in the sense, everybody is higher than me. I am lowest. I am serving others. Prabhu, I have seen many devotees in my whatever years I am there in Krishna consciousness. So many devotees doing so many sevas, but they are not there. Why they are not there? Now, they have done so much seva. But if our consciousness is not pure, whatever seva you are doing good book distribution. Distribution should be done for pleasure of the Lord. Thinking that I am trying to help this person, not just to increase the number of books for him. So with intention of that, if you do the seva will enliven us. Whatever you are doing, you are cooking, you are doing whatever service, we should be feel fortunate that Krishna has given this opportunity to serve him. Our mundane thought comes like we should be better than other person. But better than other person is our mundane thought. At our level, the level we are in, consciousness, keeping the high, pure consciousness is more important. Same time as you are telling Prabhu, that's also right. Like people judge how many numbers you've done. But then again, if you remember, Nityanand Prabhu gave a class. Like in the morning, in the Chapati temple, they used to announce how many books you have distributed. Right? So some devotee told, I have distributed some 100 Mahabooks, some told Haribol, and 40 Mahabooks, Haribol. Then when Nityanand Prabhu name came, so he told one small book. The Maharaj just turned and smiled on it. So that's what it is. Not that how many books, Krishna is not looking for your books, how many distributed. How the effort we are doing. So every service what we are doing, it should enliven our heart. We should raise our consciousness. If it's not raising our consciousness, then we should contemplate what something wrong I'm doing. Our relation with the devotee is the highest. Numbers are not. That's what the devotee is ahead of the project. Right? Project is not. Project will come and go. But devotees should remain. And our relation with the devotee should be there. And as we are discussing what Bhakti Maharaj said, you should always keep in mind, my door to back to Godhead is, the key is with this devotee. If I offend this devotee, I will not able to go back to God. So with that, we should always. And then again, one more thing he said, and we don't know who is devotee. Because devotion is hidden in the heart of a devotee. So to be a safer side, we should be humble to everyone. It's not that he's devotee, he's putting a tilak, he's putting kantimala, he's putting dhoti and kurta, so he's devotee. No, that is correct. He's there manifesting as a devotee. But at the same time, others are also there who are not doing, but he's also there, also devotee. So always we should be humble. Numbers are true, we should have the numbers, but bigger than numbers is what Krishna is thinking about. Because at the end of the day, is it pleasing Krishna? I have offended somebody. Krishna would have been happy by that. So that we should always find out. And that's what I've seen. For last so many years, I've seen that many devotees come and gone. Somehow or other. Try to answer something. It's all like Radharani herself. When Krishna left Vrindavan, he went to Mathura, and Radharani was going under the same tree where he used to perform so many confidential pastimes with Krishna, and she used to go there and pray. And when my Lord, when you will appear, now you are the Vrindavan Nath, now you become Mathura Nath. So Din Dayal Nath se Mathura Nath. When you will come again and be visible to my eyes. So that is the intense desire. That's what Srimati Radharani is showing. And the same bhava came through Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, came in the form of his devotee. And that same bhava he was showing in the Anta Leela, if you read. He used to discuss about Krishna's pastime with Sarup Damodar Goswami and Ramanand Rai till 12 o'clock. And after that, the whole night he used to chant. He used to cry. He used to hit his head with the wall. If I am not getting Krishna, so that is the power. So that is the intense laulyam. There's so many devotees. So many devotees. Without that, it's not going to happen. In our own life, if the laulyam is not there, it all becomes mechanical. So chanting, reading, all those things are good. But the fundamental principle is to have the intense desire to please Krishna. That is there, the whole process will become help us to raise our confidence. Yes. Yes, that's the reason we are in the sadhana bhakti stage. We have to follow what our spiritual master told us to do. And in addition, the authorities where we are performing our divine service, what they are telling you to please our devotee, please our senior devotee, not any devotee, we should please. So we should, if you are not, yes, we are in contaminated state, we are not doing Krishna, but we are seeing our spiritual master, we are seeing the devotees to try to please, intense desire to please our spiritual master, intense desire to please the devotees. So that is there, certainly Krishna will see. So the laulyam is for that, you can say. Just to the management. So I think nobody from management is there here. I'm just answering something. That is there. We are running an institution. That is true that we have to do that thing, but more than that is to please the Lord. At the end of the day, if the Lord is pleased with my behavior, that's what is important. Because that's what I was saying, Prabhu. Why we are saying, when you see the history of ISKCON, Hasdut Maharaj, you read, I don't know, where is Lilamrit, but Lilamrit is there, like Hasdut Maharaj, he's just translated the whole German, literature of Prabhupada in German language. Not only that, so many things he's done, but he's not there now. But it doesn't mean that Krishna will not take care of it. The service what he has done in this life will take multiple lives to do that much. At the same time, something is there that Krishna didn't die. He's not there no more. Like that, so many devotees are there. They have done a lot of things. And we should not demean them. Never demean them. They have done so much. If they were not there, Prabhupada has done all those things because they were there. But somehow or other that districts are somehow somewhere lived up. And they are not in association of devotees. But again, since they have done so much things for Krishna's pleasure, we are seeing that time when devotees are required there, they come in association of devotees. So many devotees who are there with Prabhupada while the last stage of their life, you see, they come in contact with devotees again. And then they are saying, yes, I'm seeing Prabhupada is coming to take me. Right? So that is what it is. The first and foremost is please the devotee. We get carried away with our whatever the impressions are there. Very difficult to take away the impression. In fact, it is said like to go to Raganuga Bhakti, the two things are required. One is the our intense desire. The second thing, the heart should be clean from the six anarthas. These two things are there. We go to spontaneous loving service. Otherwise, you have to keep following sadhana, the regulative principle. But it's not that we have to leave when we go to Raganuga. Prabhupada said that you have to follow the sadhana bhakti. At the same time, that bhava will also come. So the first and foremost thing, whatever service we are doing, we should be on proper consciousness. It's not at how big your service is. What consciousness you have done the service, that is more important. That is the example of the squirrel, that when the Lord Rama was making the bridge, the different devotees were contributing different ways. The monkeys were bringing big boulders, the stones, but this small squirrel was just rotating in the sand, and is going in the sand was coming in his body, and it is going and putting the sand in the sea. How much that will help to make the bridge? Lord Rama become very much pleased. This person is putting his effort, he's putting full effort. But the consciousness is more important. What is the result we are achieving? That is what is spiritual mathematics. We can do big things, big numbers. That is good. But at the same time, if you are able to maintain our consciousness and doing the big things, that is good. If you are not able to maintain our consciousness, please, saving ourselves is more important than doing something. And saving will only happen not associating with devotees. We should associate with devotees. Then only that bhava will be there. Otherwise, we will remain at our home and then we'll get entangled with this mundane world. So we have to associate with devotees. At the same time, we have to be in proper consciousness. I was just thinking, like, again, this coronavirus is coming up, then again, many may not be able to meet again. Any other question? So thank you very much. I try to explain whatever I know. Maybe if something from mistake is there, please come and tell me. I will be very happy.
We also partly responsible for optimization of Indian culture. In the sense that we are promoting English, and we treat our language Hindi or rest of the class. Currently, is a one thing. We should first promote our local language and the Vaishnav calendar and our Siddhis and Punjab in our day-to-day communication, so that our next generation is aware of what we're doing. Other than promoting the English. So otherwise they're lost right now because English is international language. That's the only thing is getting away.
Yes, there's a lot of things to be done. That is one thing what you are telling. How protection is there. So many things are there. But higher than that is protect ourselves. First, we should protect ourselves. That's what Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he met Prabhupada first time, what he told. Since you know English, you go all over the world and preach in English.
Right? So whatever we know, we should use for the service of Krishna. But at the same time, as you're telling, yeah, that is true. What you are telling is right. Yes. Any other thing? Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
This is first class of this Ajman Prabhu in IBC, and he spends a lot of time meditating on the scriptures, and we just got one microgranule of that nectar today. So we hope Prabhuji will keep coming back to us and share his deep nectar. And you heard the intense class. It would be help us connect to the reset to the roots. So getting the basics right. And I am myself personally deeply influenced by Prabhuji. So whatever I am today is because of him. And Prabhuji, actually he is in a very, very high senior post in his, and personally he's in a very, very senior post in his professional government. Actually, he works for detail and so. At the same time, he's extremely humble. So we request Prabhuji to keep coming back again and again to give his association. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. We'll stand.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
And, so we have approached the last week of this year, and devotees have lots of plans with regard to distribution. So with regard to work as well, it's going to be a very, very lean week. So you will have lots of excuses. You are ready. I mean, even if it is working week for some of you, you will have a lot of things in your dictionary to tell your managers, and the devotees will be hitting the streets with food distribution. So again, as Prabhuji also gave hints on how to do food distribution, so we'll follow that and get our like as Prabhuji was also telling how the Western civilization is taking over India, and when we step out, we actually see that with our own eyes. So it is also going to influence our own next generation to save our own generation, plus to save India, Indian culture. So this is something that we will have to do, right? So let's all join hands and request all devotees to spend a amount of time this week to go out and do distribution. So today also many devotees are going out. If you do not know where to go and if you do not have any specific like contact, if you want let's say Martha Bridge or Kundali Gate or ACS or many other areas, like if you nearby, if you want to do projects there from Pradaspa. So please reach out to in the group. You can just message that I have so much time. Please engage me definitely. groups. So please see how you can engage and help the movement and spread and distribute Bhagavad Gita. And so this coming Saturday, we are going to have an entire day program. There are multiple programs on Saturday, coming Saturday, which is the last day of the year, December 31st. In the morning, we have Grace Suprabha Mataji gracing our center. She's going to she's a I don't know, she's come or visited our center a few times. She's a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and she's a very accomplished senior Vaishnava. So, there is a message put out in the groups. Kindly register and let's not miss this wonderful opportunity. It's very rare actually to get association of the immediate the next like Prabhupada's disciples. So it is kindly take an association, just register, and Saturday we'll have a beautiful program. And apart from that, Saturday evening we are organizing a big Harinath. Okay, so we will have this details coming in the WhatsApp groups. Please look forward to that. It is going to be in this area only, but so it will be around between 5 and 8 in the evening, between 5 to 8 p.m. We'll have yes, we'll have a mega Swadutsav in our center. We'll give the exact location because we're having a youth program in the evening as well in this center. So we are trying to have another hall for the Swadutsav. So we'll have a wonderful feast at the center plus Swadutsav. So we'll give the details in coming days, and many of devotees we will need some of your services. So we'll also have Gaurnitai Palki along with our Sankirtan party. So we'll have major Pradanga players leading the Kirtan. So so we will also show the party. Okay, so yeah, please look forward to that. Hari Bol. So you heard Prabhuji.
Total book distribution score till now of all the centers together is 7,177 books.
So we already reached 50%. So, but we have only 1 week. Only 1 week. So let's put all our energy and transform it into spiritual energy, and we should be able to. I think we will actually surpass that number. I'm sure. So, okay, thank you so much. And we'll do that so much now, and then proceed to Krishna. Any newcomers? Please stand up. Your name? Thank you so much for coming. Please come into the
Namaste Narayana.
Namaste Narayana.
शिरोमणि श्री प्रहलाद महाराज जगत गुरु श्री